Hey, amazing one. So, inner child, hey? Right, so I've made a couple of videos on this, and I'm going to make another one, but from a healed perspective. Now, if you've seen my one in February last year, you'll see that I'm still hurt, damaged and traumatized severely, and I was actually in a very narcissistic, controlling relationship the time I made that video. And I'm getting a push and a nudge to make another one, but from a more healed perspective, because so many of you keep finding it, and it's actually quite relevant. And if any of you work in the spiritual community, by all means, healing your inner child really gives you the confidence to put yourself out there, live your purpose and live your dream and live the true life that you need to. Anyways, I'm just going to kind of share some of my story with you, and I'm going to say to you how much having a really poor inner child has affected me throughout my life in many different contexts. Just briefly, I was sexually abused from the age of 3.5 until 9 by my father. I never knew it was him until my brother's wedding day in 2016, when it all came back to me. He said my name and literally it was the fear of doom and dread, and he looked at me, and he knows, by the way, that I know now. I just know that, okay? Anyways, so he abused me. He used to also do really awful things to my mum. My brother, though, he kind of got away with it. And I know that's awful to say, but I don't think he did anything to my brother that I'm really aware of. But I used to remember things like, you know, hearing him and my mother scream. I grew up in a very violent situation. He did used to beat her up and do all kinds of things. So much so my mother and my brother and my stepdad don't even speak to me anymore. And that's cool. I'm really, really good with that, if I'm honest, because actually it's fairly toxic, and my brother is an enabler of my mum. I only realised that recently because I did a course all on toxicity in the family system. Very interesting. And by the way, I've loved all the stuff that shows up for me to help me heal my inner child. Anyway, sorry to digress. So yes, I was sexually abused. I've been abused by other people in my life, if I'm fair. If I look back now, my babysitter, he used to abuse me. My uncle certainly did stuff for me, not that I choose to remember it. My granddad, very lewd comments, very, okay. And I've had an incestuous relationship with my stepbrother. I've slept with so many people, it's unbelievable. Probably well close to well over 100 people. Some people I don't even know their name. That's awful, isn't it? Okay. But how many of you can understand that you just have no respect for your body whatsoever? I didn't, not at all. I used to be, what's it called? Disassociation. So you could sleep with me and I'd feel absolutely nothing whatsoever. And it didn't matter, because it's just my body. It's not my mind. It's not my heart. So yeah, I've done things like group orgies. I have done phone sex lines. I remember that only just recently. And as a result, a couple of ladies paid for my time, and I went to their house for a weekend and they abused me. I was only 17 at the time, but hey, one of those things, huh? I have self-harmed for 2.5 years, 14, 16.5. Used to slip my wrists, stub cigarettes out on me. Why did I do it? Just to feel the pain, just to know that I was human, if you're with me. If I'm really, really honest. I remember my brother caught me in 96, and I was taken to a mental health facility. Don't remember much after that, and then started my time in the mental health system. So I've been in the mental health system 20 plus years, but however, I've not had anything to do with a counsellor professionally since 2017. How many of you have been told you're too high risk, you just can't do it, you've tried CBT, you've done the 6 free sessions? Honestly though, the only person that's healed me is me. If I'm really honest, it's me. My healing journey, when did that start? August 2016. I put a knife through my stomach with an intention to end my life. And there was a young guy that woke me up. And he said, "What have you been doing?" I went, "Stupid, if I'm honest." I said, "But from this day forth, young man, I am going to heal and I'm going to be the very best version of me, and the best version of me is what you see today." Other things that have happened as a result of having a really poor inner child. I have tried to commit suicide on 5 times. I have had 3 nervous breakdowns. I've had really poor mental health. I've done what they call the plaster technique. I've plastered over it. I've seen a counsellor for a little bit and then I've been okay, convinced myself I'm going to be fine. I've been on that much medication. I probably shake, rattled and rolled. I stopped taking medication back in January the 1st, 2019. I didn't want to be medicated by Big Pharma. I'm not saying that's a good thing for everybody. I just woke up one day and I threw all my pills down the toilet and I went, I can't do this. I can't be so sedated and unable to function and feel. I couldn't even feel a thing. And then just one day I threw all my tablets down the toilet. I'm not saying you should do that, but I did. Best thing I've ever done? Yes, totally. Other stuff that has resulted as a poor inner child. I never been any good at relationships, and a lot of rescue fixing in my life, a huge amount of rescue fixer. I've always looked to heal other people rather than heal myself, because it's easier, isn't it? It's easier to spot it in someone else and want to go and rescue them. Oh my God, I have people pleased like you wouldn't believe. I've had obsessions with people. Only found out recently what limerence was. Can totally understand that. I've done that in the past. I've had massive addictions. A biggest one probably my alcohol dependency. I've been alcohol dependent probably 17, being homeless. At the height of my alcohol dependency, I used to drink a bottle of MD 2020 every day, and anywhere between 4 and 6 bottles of White Lightning. Yuck, can't stand the stuff now. But how many of you can understand that you know, you drink to numb the pain? You can't feel if you're pissed. And I used to remember I was drunk every day for a good couple of years. I used to work at Butlins under an assumed identity. That's because when I was homeless back in '97, a lady got me a job under assumed identity, and then that's when I slept with most of the people, and I was pissed every single day for 2 years. I don't remember it, but apparently it was a great time. I'm sure it was. However, alcohol has been the crutch and the backbone of my life. Other things that have happened, I've been massively part of the BDSM community, both spectrums. Been a submissive for 2.5 years in a relationship, made to serve people. I've done awful sadomasochistic stuff, done orgies and all sorts, but again, degradation. Yeah, I've had people piss on me and all sorts. Why not? You just when you get to the point of having such a poor inner child, you just don't give a shit. You really don't care. But I've also been a dominant because I went to the other spectrum. Why not? Let's give it a go. So I've done daddy dom, little girl. I've had 2 or 3 of them little relationships. I've had contracts with submissives. Why not? The level of control that I needed, though, that's what I done. I have been trauma bonded to one of my submissives, and only recently understood what that was. If you've never heard of the term trauma bonding, and you have a poor childhood, have a look at that. Are you trauma bonded to somebody? I did a lot of work with a therapist and a course on trauma bonding. But one of the things that I can tell you is I've never given up on me. Not once have I ever quit on me. I've done narcissistic empathic relationships so many times it's unbelievable, because narcissists are brilliant teachers and they prove how unworthy you are of yourself, and you'll only attract a narcissist if you're not worthy. My last narcissistic relationship was last year. Many of you do or don't know about that. That person taught me a beautiful amount of lessons, though. For that I'll always be eternally grateful. I had a narcissistic relationship in 2019. She still stalks me to this day. She pops on my website sometimes, quite often. It's lovely to have a stalker, so visit her 9914 from Nuneaton. She still stalks me to this day. Oh, bless you, my lovely. Thank you ever so much. It's just nice to pop in and check on you, isn't it, really? Anyways, if you want to know that's why I live in a caravan, I do, because of her. Because she used to stalk the hell out of me. I have a restraining order of sorts. It's a community restraining order or something, I don't know. Anyhow, she ain't allowed within 120 metres of me, ever. And she's not allowed to make contact with me. Yeah, okay, cool. That's all right. What it is, what it is. Anyways, she set off a massive taboo and spiral in me, and then really the crux of my healing came in meeting my twin flame in May 2019. Oh my God, that woman scared the shit out of me. I'll make you a twin flame video. Pretty awesome. And I'm going to do a course on twin flames to help you guys that are part of the old journey. It's beautiful, most rewarding journey of my life. Anyhow, meeting that woman, oh my God, did I run from her. 8 times. Anyways, basically looking at my twin flame, I saw how broken, damaged, destroyed, hurt she was in her eyes, and oh my God, she is my mirror soul. She reflected back everything to me, and then she ghosted me, she blocked me, and I've not had anything to do with that woman in 2.5 years. Anyways, I started on my course of real massive inner child healing. I started EFT. I've done so many courses. I've probably spent £20,000 in inner healing, in counsellors, courses, videos, you name it. But what you see today is a result of that. Initially, if I'm honest, I started healing my inner child because I thought it would bring someone to me, when actually now I've done it all for me. And what you see today, pretty good. My life is incredible 24/7. I have the most beautiful life in the world. And do you know what? What I've shared with you today gives me the experience to bring through the souls to you that I do. I don't believe I could ever bring through a soul if I hadn't tried suicide, if I hadn't been sexually abused, if I hadn't been raped, if I hadn't been drugged. Because in order to do that as a medium, you have to experience it. But I made you this video because I want you to know, if any of the things that I've covered very lightly and touched on that you can resonate with, you too can heal the way I have. I've never given up. I've never quit. And I want you to know you can have emotional freedom the way that I can. There's probably loads more that I've not told you, but you know what? It's not relevant in this video. But for any of you running from that inner child, if any of you running, stop running. It's tiring. It's exhausting. Give up. Surrender. Because when you get to feel as amazing as I do today, it is beautiful. I see every trigger as a gift to heal. And by heal, I do. I love understanding parts of me. When something comes up, I'm like, gift to heal, gift to trigger. Will I ever be healed? I don't know. But you know what? How I feel now is amazing. Anyways, thanks for listening to my story. Hopefully some of it's helped you. If you want to work with me in a personal session, by the way, reach out to me. I've got so many tools, techniques, ways that I can help you. I do offer inner child healing. I'm going to do a workshop on that really soon. And I'll go through and help you. I've created meditations and all those kind of things. Anyhow, thanks very much for your time. I truly appreciate you listening to my story. My name's Kilkafki, and I'm one of the most amazing souls alive today. I'm so proud of my journey, and I want you to also be proud of you. Know that you too can just feel as amazing as I do. Thanks for your time. You take care, and I'll catch you soon with another video. All right.